Let's go to our next guest. This is Teji Herbosa, the CEO of PhilPax. The full name is Philippine Payments and Clearing System. Teji made a heck of a big name for himself in the e-commerce field, in particular looking after farmers and fishermen, which, I mean, not known as, you know, the leading edge of technology, but he brought them to it with his system. So B2BPriceNow.com is one, and it really made a breakthrough for this sector, and it's become the official marketplace of the Philippines for the agricultural and fisheries sectors, and endorsed by the government, different divisions and so forth, and has really made a big name bringing government units online and into technology. So with a really interesting story, please welcome Teji Herbosa, the CEO of PhilPax. Glad to have you, Teji.
Thank you very much, Richard. As Richard said, PhilPax is a Philippine Payments and Clearing System. Our main focus really is government online payment, actually GovTech, RegTech, regulatory tech, which is also big because a lot of people are very excited about e-commerce, online payment, but they forget that they also have to be compliant with the government, especially with the Bureau of Internal Revenue, because every time you derive income from sales of goods or services, you must issue an EOR. So for PhilPax, we started creating an e-commerce marketplace for agriculture, and we did it with Land Bank because, as you know, Land Bank is also a government bank that is focused on the agriculture sector. But later on, Land Bank asked us if there's anything we can do online to help them. And Land Bank, as you know, being the official depository of the Philippine government, has all the national government agencies in their accounts. And since they are the only bank that is in all 81 provinces, then all the monies of all the local government units are with Land Bank. So that's about 1,700 LGUs. And so with Land Bank, we created the LinkBiz portal, which is the government payment portal. It took us 3 years to build it with Land Bank, but it's in operation. As a matter of fact, Governor Jokno of the BSP said that because of this pandemic, government online transaction went up by 5,000%. So, you know, we were happy with that, except that one day Land Bank was called by BAR, and they said, can you please come to our office? And, you know, it's about this EOR. And we said, what is this EOR, Electronic Official Receipt? Because we didn't know anything about it. And so we went with Land Bank to BAR, and very frankly, BAR said to Land Bank, you know, you're a government institution, you're a government bank, you have merchants in the LinkBiz portal, both government and private sector, but you are not helping them in their issuance of the electronic official receipt. So basically, you guys are the biggest enabler of tax evaders. So right away, what happened was that BAR helped us for a year and a half to build the EOR. You know? And what's unique with our EOR is that PhilPax is the only company that has a BAR-compliant electronic official receipt that is a component. So what does a component mean? A component means it does not compute. It can connect to any accounting system. For large taxpayers that are using CAS or computerized accounting system, we can connect to them. If they're using loose leaf POS, we can connect to them. If they are using manual, we can connect to them. So basically, that has been the focus of our company, not only to provide an EOR for the merchants of Land Bank, the private sector, but then we found out that BAR's EOR is only for the private sector. So now I have to work with COA to build the government EOR for government payments. No? So we have several clients already. I mean, actually on the EOR side, one of which is Sing Life. If you go to G-Insure, you can buy insurance there that's Sing Life, and the EOR that comes out is our EOR. The train law, which was passed in 2018, will take full effect in January 2023. So that's about 10 months from now. And as you know, the government lacks funds. So they're going to be very strict because they're even running after YouTubers, you know, for the income. So what more for large taxpayers that are accepting payments online and not issuing any electronic official receipt? Because by law, if you, for every act of omission that you don't issue a receipt, whether it's a physical receipt because you got paid cash in the counter, or electronic receipt because you got paid online, that's a 1,000 peso penalty up to 50,000 or even 2 years of imprisonment. So for our clients, basically, we tell them you can use our EOR, which is already accredited. We can help you. You can go through. You can get it up and running in a month or two, or you can build your own. But if you have to build your own, there's a problem. You have to build it and then get it accredited in the next 10 months alongside the 2,755 large taxpayer that all need to have it compliant by January of 2023. So basically, just telling everybody this is what's on the ground, that everybody should be aware that if they want to engage in an e-commerce, online payment play, make sure that they're also compliant to the regulations of BIR. So thank you very much.
Okay, very good, Teji. Yeah, I've never heard your story before, but you've done a lot of work. How did you first get into working with farmers and fisher folk in your early days, Teji?
Well, the company is really more like a social venture when it was not yet popular. So we started in 2000, and I just saw that the biggest pain really is that how do you get the agriculture sector, the cooperatives, the farmers to appreciate being online? And so the best really is to have an e-commerce marketplace, but they're very fragmented. It's very difficult to reach to them, and that's why we partnered with Land Bank, because Land Bank, that's their natural market, because they already lend to the cooperatives. So might as well help them sell online so that if they can sell, they can pay back Land Bank. But the other good thing also is that within the Land Bank ecosystem, you have all the cooperatives that have account in Land Bank. You have SMEs and even some legal corporations that have account in Land Bank. So you can really do an online transaction within the agriculture sector in Land Bank. So we started with agriculture sector, but then one day Land Bank told us, can you help us with our other sectors? And I said, what's your other sector? I said, well, we're the official depository of the Philippine government. And that was just wow, because you could just imagine the volumes of transaction of everybody having to get their birth certificate, passport, land titles, property tax, business permit. So just with government online payment, we're already stuck. Basically, just trying to catch up, because we have to have experience wherein a person can see their MMDA traffic violation online, pay it online, and get a receipt online. So it's a full end-to-end solution, but our focus is government online payment.
Some people will say that the government is difficult to work with, not because there's bad people. There's very good people in government, but when there's so many fingers and so many people who need to be, have an opinion and so forth, it just makes it extremely difficult. How do you get through all of this? I mean, what are some of the challenges and how do you manage that, Teji?
So the good thing is that we're working with Land Bank. So it's Land Bank who is talking to their clients, which are the local governments and the national government agencies. So we are like the technology partner of Land Bank. These are their clients already. And it's just a matter of them telling the mayors, would you like to accept payments online? Because we don't want the people to crowd our 400 branches just to pay their government obligation. It's very expensive to maintain branches. So what we've created with Land Bank is a payment portal so that everybody doesn't have to go to the Land Bank branch. They can just go to the Land Bank payment portal and pay.
I see. Well, good for you, Teji. That's a real big breakthrough. I've noticed, I think a lot of people have noticed where you can pay more for government services online. So you are the main guy behind most of these things. Is that right, Teji?
So of course the proponent, the driver is Land Bank, but our company created the link-based portal of Land Bank. We did it 100%.
Is that right?
So yes, but I cannot take the credit. It's really Land Bank who initiated it, and we're just like the value-added service provider for them.
I see. Good for you in any case, Teji. That is a really big breakthrough and really going to make a big impact. So thank you again, Teji. Really good day. Hopefully we can have you back again. I sure would be interested to hear more about your other projects. I don't know, the fishermen and farmers. That's just so exciting. God, that you're able to do that 20 years ago. Thank you again, Teji. Really glad to have you with us.